Hello everybody, Retro here, and today I'm bringing you another My Opinions video, but on Activision now. Well, I'm not sure if most of you know, but I don't like Activision. I don't really like Activision at all. Recently, they've been making me happy, let's just say that. But, let me just address some of the complaints I have on Activision before I mention the good, but I am gonna start with the good by mentioning my past with Activision when I was a kid. Activision was a great company for me when I was a kid. They brought a lot of joy when I had a PlayStation 2 as a kid. Most of my time was spent playing Spider-Man 2, like the movie game. It was an amazing game. I loved it. And games like even the few Spyro, like, what were they, remakes, I think it was like The Legend of Spyro and Dawn of the Dragons. Those were games that I loved. I enjoyed as a kid. I'm not sure how many people think about the Spyro games. I'm not sure if that's really accepted in the Spyro community, but I liked it. I enjoyed that game. It was great. I loved Activision when I was a kid, again. But as time went on, Activision grew a lot more money hungry, and that can be seen with series that they own, like Guitar Heroes, Skylanders, and Call of Duty, of course. But I'll start with Skylanders. Skylanders seems a little more, prominent there. Skylanders is a series where you bring toys to life, and you buy a toy, and you goddamn put it in your game, and you play with that toy that you bought, like, what was a character? I'm not even sure. Spyro, yeah, why not? Yeah, you buy Spyro, like the little toy figure, put it in like the portal thingy, and you bring it to life, and you play as him. It was an okay concept. I personally never played a Skylanders game. I thought it was kind of dumb, stupid, but I think it got like mediocre ratings for the first game, like Spyro's Adventure. It was okay, and then Activision started milking the fuck out of it. Activision milked the shit out of Skylanders like crazy. I'm not sure if it was generating any money at all, but it should be if Activision was milking the shit out of Skylanders. I think to this day there's like 5 games, but last that I've heard about Skylanders was that Activision was gonna stop making Skylanders games or something around that. But I know that they have like the Netflix show series. I'm not sure about Skylanders' future, but it looks pretty dark, just because of I don't think Activision is making as much money as they used to with the series. But yeah, Skylanders, personally, I never liked because I hate what they did to Spyro, and that's gonna lead me to my next reasoning of my issues or problems with Activision, is what they did with the characters they have purchased. Characters like Spyro and Crash, don't get me wrong, Crash was getting some games. I think it was like Crash of the Titans and like Mutant Overmind, or something around like that, but they completely stopped making games for him. It's different now with the Crash Insane Trilogy, which made me happy, made me glad, but the only reason why we got that was because Sony was pushing for that. But we'll talk about that later. Spyro, we haven't seen a Spyro game since 2009, I want to say, with like Dawn of the Dragons. I'm not even sure anymore. I think Dawn of the Dragons was the last Spyro game we saw. It was a great game, loved it, but they just don't make any games. They killed off the characters. They made sure that they buried them. Like, they haven't done anything with the character besides put him in Skylanders and call him, just make him part of the Skylanders or some shit like that. But hopefully with the release of Insane Trilogy, which I've been enjoying so much of. I've been enjoying Insane Trilogy a lot. I'm hoping that they open their eyes and just do something with the Crash series. I wouldn't mind them just making a new game with the same physics and stuff, but Yeah, and they should do the same with Spyro. I'm just hoping, I'm calling it now. Please make a trilogy of the 3 Spyro games, first 3 Spyro games. Just pushing, just gonna ask that out there. But yeah, I'm not sure about Mutant Overmind on Crash's part, but I don't, I heard they were alright, but some people were obviously upset of what they did with Crash, adding in like tattoos on his arms. I know I was upset, and like the character designs and how what did they even do to Coco? They like changed her twice for 2 different games. I don't even know what even happened there. Yeah, I'm gonna move on to like more milking of series, which is like Activision is a king of milking series. The king of milking series, and I'm gonna move on to Guitar Hero. I'm not even sure if they even know what to do with Guitar Hero at this point. I mean, Guitar Hero Live looked alright, but I'm not even sure what they're trying to do with the series. I mean, like the last 2 games before Guitar Hero Live were so badly, badly received, and it's just not good. Another thing that Activision can't let go is the amount of Call of Duty. We're just gonna move into that area real quick. Call of Duty, a game that Activision milks to hell. Recently, Call of Duty's recent announce was modern. I don't even fucking know. World War II, something like that. But Call of Duty's World War II game. It's finally a game that fans have been asking for. A game where it takes you to the past and not to the future, which fans have been begging for. And I say that Activision did something right there. Just because the fans were asking for it, they've been begging for it. And I applaud you for that, Activision. You listened to your fans both with Crash and this Call of Duty. Let's just hope that the fans receive it well when it's, when it actually drops and releases. So I don't really like the Call of Duty series, so I'm not going to pick it up. I think I stopped playing it after Ghost. But, I hope that fans are happy with it because, they've been asking for it again. But that's not the problem. We're going to actually address the problem with Activision and their Call of Duty problem. And that's the amount of transactions they always put in every Call of Duty game. The supply drops and the goddamn packs and season passes that they charge for the game. It's like not even a complete game at this point, where it just, why do you even have to put transactions? Why do you have to give your guns more shit? DLC, crazy shit. It's just the amount of transactions Call of Duty games have these days. It's impossible to keep up, and it's a money waster. And you gotta calm down there, Activision. I know I mentioned that I don't like Activision, because I don't like Activision. I mentioned it. I know I mentioned it, but I don't think you guys understand how much I don't like Activision. I think it's the worst company out there. I mean, Konami could be worse, but I just don't like Activision and how they handle things. But we're gonna move on to Activision as of now. Activision as of now and what they have been doing. I mean, recently, like I mentioned before, they have released Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy, which made me happy. I was a bit, scared. I was a bit scared about Crash Bandicoot when they announced it in Sony, when I heard Activision was leading it and stuff. But, I crossed my fingers and hope it did well, because I love Crash to death. I just love it. I love Crash and everything Crash. I grew up, I had some Crash games for the PlayStation 2 and some for the PlayStation 2 with like the PlayStation 1 games that I played on my PlayStation 2. But yeah. And with the new Call of Duty World War II game, I'm not sure what else they're working on, but those two are things that fans have been asking for again. That's what Activision needs to do more, and is making people happy. Listening to your fans, Activision. That's what you need to do more of, besides giving us more Skylander games. Right now, a big thing that people are asking for you, Activision, is to remake the Spyro games, and I've been seeing that a lot, and I think you should really listen to your fans again. It will get you the money you want, the money that you're hungry for, and it will make the fans happy. But yeah, and don't even get me started with the Tony Hawk game, the last one. It was so rushed, it was glitchy as fuck, and you gotta do that less, Activision. I don't like you, but at the same time, you were my childhood, and I'd like to see you succeed, even if I dislike the hell out of you. But I think that's all I gotta say about this, you know. But as of now, if Activision keeps going the direction they're going, I feel like they couldn't even, you know, succeed with their stuff, and you know, they have a bright future ahead of them if they just keep doing what they're doing right now in the year, you know, this year 2017. Gotta learn from your mistakes, Activision. Learn from them, and you'll get the money you are hungry for. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this stupid little rant I made. The video I announced in my update video should be coming out next week. That's why I kind of made this one, because I kind of wanted to touch upon the problems, my problems with Activision, and you know, how I want them to not make any more mistakes. So thank you guys for watching. Click like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys, and take care.